Alright folks, it is time for a wee look at Endzone, a world apart.
Even though Mother Earth is grim and tainted, we have managed to survive. And we will keep surviving.
Now, Endzone, a world apart, kind of came onto my radar. Well, I remember watching a trailer about this, maybe about a year ago, maybe 2 years, at the GDC PAX or something like that. I can't quite remember, but we were watching a few trailers the other week on stream, folks, and this came up on my radar. So it was released, I think, a day or two after we watched it. I can't remember the release date. I think it was 2nd of April. So literally a couple of days before that, we seen this trailer. Decided to pick it up and take a wee look. Now, a big important note for this, folks: it is early access, and the game, while I think is very, it's pretty good. I'll give you that much so far. It's pretty damn good, but there's a lot missing out, and it's definitely early access. But it's one of the good ones. The devs are currently saying that they plan on being around 6 months until the full release, but they do have a lot of features that they want to put in. They've got like a wish list. They're going to take their time, leave the door open for an even longer development period, and they say that they'll be trying their best to keep everyone up to date about our goals and plans during the early access. Let's take a wee look at the options here before we get going. I'll show you a save that we've done previously. So the options, they're alright. You know, they've got a little bit here and there. Thanks to my gaming PC, you know, put it on max. I don't know how well it works on lower end systems, but I can see it being okay. Like it's got a few things. It looks really nice, and you know, there's a lot of simulation going on in the background. So I don't know how well it will react to lower end PCs, but I can't see there being too much of a problem. Again, with it being in early access, it might not be optimized for that, so just keep that in mind as well. And as you can see in the bottom right, that's the current version we're running. Since it's been released in early access, I believe there's been 1 or 2 patches. I think it's just been like bug fixes and stuff like that. But yeah, let's load up and go straight into the game. Now this is we did it on stream for a day, and then I've been playing offline every now and again just to see what's been going on. Trying to get further on in the game to maybe towards the end game part, but this game definitely has a little bit of difficulty going on for it, for sure. But we'll explain that in a little bit. So yeah, here we go. So this is a save that we've done, I think maybe about 3 to 4 hours in, maybe less. But yeah, so as you can see, folks, it's looking damn good, right? You know, you can zoom right in, you can watch all the people walk about. Each person has a name and like jobs, and like you can see all the different competences they have. Very thorough in their stats, their bonuses and their negatives. They've got like a radiation counter, their life counter you can see at the top there. We've got Christina right here, that's a water carrier. Now I do notice that the jobs do change pretty frequently, and I don't know how it's assigned, but I'm guessing it'll be somewhere to do with like somewhere along the lines of distance from their house to their work, maybe. Not entirely sure. And talking about assigning jobs, this is like a little screen here, and it's easiest. There is other ways to do it, but I find this screen right here is the easier way to do it. And you just assign the people. You know, you take a scrap collector out there, assign a medic because we're building up a medical facility. And we've probably left that a little bit late because I think that little warning in the middle of the bottom middle of the screen is folks are not doing health health wise are not doing great, and I think that was because we had contaminated rain from the rain collector. But yeah, folks, we're just kind of looking through some of the buildings that we've got. Now again, this is your standard, you know, city builder type thing, your resource management kind of thing. You've got all at the top here, you've got like water, food, wood, scrap, tools, I think radiation equipment, and then you've got like tier 2 stuff that you get from scrap, which is like cloth, metal, plastic, electronics, and charcoal. As you can see here, the scrapyard, this is how you kind of assign like an area of where folks get to collect. So this is for the scrap, so I'm just going to move it over here because it's closer, but we get 300 scrap. So there's a little bit of difference to your kind of conventional city builder, but overall, I mean, if you've played one of these games, you'll probably pick this up really quick. I think when we're talking about it on stream, I kind of related it to like if you mixed Frostpunk with Banished. It's got like a lot of similarities to both those games. Some not so much. Plus, they do say on the Steam page that they do have expeditions, but I didn't get that far in the game yet. I'm guessing that's when you get electricity and you unlock the expedition center and send folks out to go do stuff. Maybe there's going to be some kind of research as well to get build bigger buildings. Again, I don't know if it's in the game or not, but from the looks of it on their Steam page, it does sound like at least the expeditions are. I haven't found like a place where they've got their wish list for things that they want to put in the game. I'll see if I can find that post making this, and then we'll pop that in the description for you to take a look if you're interested. But yeah, like, man, it's a pretty, like, for an early access game, like, you know, there's a dime a dozen of the kind of survival city builders out there. And this, for being an early access version, you know, I've got to give the guys praise. You know, Gentleman Studios, they've put out a decent game so far. It's got a lot of the basics are kind of nailed down. Don't get me wrong, there is a few issues that I've came across. The weather system, I think, is more random than not. So when one of my playthroughs, I got a lot of droughts. Didn't really recover, and by the time I just started recovering, it was when I got another drought, and then, you know, that basically like F's up the kind of playthrough, which is good. You know, I like a little bit of difficulty in these types of games, but I don't know if there's any kind of pattern towards the weather, or if it's just completely random. As you can see here as well, folks, we do have stats as well, which is kind of awesome, right? Didn't know really how to work it, but I'm guessing this might just be like a kind of placeholder thing. They'll bring it up to date later in the time. But yeah, like I was saying, folks, like overall, I'm fairly impressed for like especially like an early access. You know, hopefully within the 6 months we're going to get some like a lot more stuff coming in, and I think it could be a really solid survival city builder. That's kind of it. So I'm just kind of showing off here. There's like a moisture graph, and then we've got a radiation graph on the map here. Again, I don't know, like, I think it's a positive, but I guess it could be contained as a negative as well. Like the game mode as just now is using like random seeds, so I'm guessing you can kind of get RNG'd, you get fucked RNG'd wise if you wanted like with too many mountains or not enough water around the place, that kind of thing. So you know, there might be issues here and there, but again, I don't want to judge too harshly just because it is early access, and there is problems, of course, but I think overall they've done a fantastic job. I mean, they've definitely got the setting right, like the soundtrack and like the sound effects, the weather system so far. Like, it's really cool. Like, I think later on in this recording as well, I had a sandstorm, which was like really cool. Didn't see that one before. But yeah, like, I mean, just look at it raining now, and you get to see like all the houses, like they look like they're being rained on. They've got like, it just looks really nice. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I'm very optimistic about this. Would I recommend it? I think you would need to be a big fan of city builders, and be willing to be a part of a team, like be part of the team essentially, chatting to the devs, and then, you know, helping them out, you know, fix the bugs, talk about what you'd like to see in the game, because I think overall that'll help them make a better game. If you're just in it to try out a game, like, you know, you like these games, but and you're wanting a kind of full game experience, it might be worth to wait a little bit. Just now, it's as of recording it, we're on the 15th of April. There is a 15% off at the moment on Steam, so it's currently at $17.84. Obviously, like, currencies will differ depending where you're at. I'll see if I can find the prices and pop them down in the description for you folks, in like dollars and euros and that kind of thing. But yeah, like, you know, I've said it before on stream before, I've played a lot of these kind of strategy games over the years, especially like early access ones, and a lot of them don't turn out to be this good right off the get-go. I mean, I kind of, like, when I first booted up the game, I kind of knew when you just looked at the top, you seen all the different resources there, I thought, okay, they've kind of put a lot into this. You know, you go a little bit deeper, you click on the people, you find all the competencies and all the different, like, stats, things that they have. The amount of buildings as well is a decent amount of buildings. Yeah, I just think it's going to be a good one, and I think it will just get better and better. And like I said, they plan on fully releasing it in about 6 months. I would kind of guess the way that they answered the question on Steam that they're probably going to take like a year. They're going to hopefully get some really cool ideas from like the people that buy this in early access and enjoy it. They're probably going to implement a lot of those things and just make the game like 10 times better. Like I said, folks, I don't want to judge it too harsh, but I do think if you're really into like the simulation strategy, city builder type games, you're going to love this one. You're going to get a good, I would say, 8 to 10 hours out of this before things stop. Again, I can't promise that. You know, you might do it quicker. Also, there's the expedition stuff that I've not got to in this, so I can't really say about that. If you like these types of games, I think you'll love this. And like I said, I'm going to revisit this when it gets fully released, folks, just to kind of update this. First impressions review, which is this is, you know, I'll play a few hours of the game, let you know what I think. And whether I'd recommend it or not. And I think I would, you know, like I said, I've played a lot of these games for a while. I do think that the version that they've got so far is really promising, and as long as they deliver on what they say, I think that'll be great, and I think it'll be a really competent city builder game that, you know, would be definitely worth the money that they're asking for. So I think the full price is... So they do say it'll be higher than the current price for the early access game. So it's what, £21.99, so 22 quid just now. You're probably talking about 27, maybe 30 pounds, so what, 35 bucks maybe? The other big issue now, just remembered about it, is the AI can be a little bit wonky sometimes. Like I say, their jobs change very often, and I think that might have a little bit to do with what's going on here. As you can see, we do have a graveyard, but folks are still got -3 confidence because apparently their settler died without a grave. So, like, I don't know if that's, you know, there's little kinks that they need to work out here for sure, and I think a lot of it's going to be with the AI. But again, a good solid base. You know, you click on the people, you get to see the direct path of where they work and where they live and all that. It's all there. It just needs to be fine-tuned, and then just expand on the gameplay. They've probably got a lot of cool stuff with expeditions. Oh, another thing as well. There's a task thing. As you can see, you see the 4 buttons in the top left-hand corner. The little tick inside the diamond. That's tasks. Now, they randomly pop up, and then you've got a time limit to beat them, and sometimes you just don't see them, and you'll get a little thing saying, "Oh, we failed this task. Shame on you." You definitely need to work on that and kind of make it a bit more prominent, and see like the quest things should like hopefully come up at some point. Have a timer there, and it shows you what you need to do. If you can accept and refuse them, maybe. But again, early access. I'm not going to judge it too much. What I can at the moment is judge how it's set up, how it's going to be looking, what the devs have been saying about it. Like I said, folks, I think it's going to be a good one. That's going to be it for today, folks. I just want to say before I go, I stream 3 days a week, a little bit more just now because we're currently in the pandemic. So it's normally Monday, Wednesday and Thursday, folks, between 3 PM and 9 PM GMT or British time. If you want to join in and hang out there, that would be awesome. The links will be in the descriptions. Also, folks, if you're here, you're new, this is a new series that I've just started, but I plan on doing at least 1 video, maybe 2 videos a week, just about any games that I play, a little first impressions of what I think, and you know, what we've seen today. Just a first impressions kind of review. Games that I like and games that are in early access and stuff like that, I do want to revisit when it's fully released, just to kind of see what's happened in that time. And for the games that I'm like super addicted to and playing a lot on streams and stuff like that, you know, I could do a full review if I beat the game and stuff like that. But yes, that's the plan. Hope you've enjoyed it. Like I said, thoroughly enjoyed playing Endzone. Do recommend it if you're into the city builders or like strategy survival type games. Like I said, it's a lot. It's definitely, you can definitely feel it's early access, but it's really well done. Like the graphics are great, and I'm sure once they start updating it a lot, it's going to become a really good city builder survival. But yeah, folks, that's going to be me. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys next time.